In this year's draft, this first pick is going to tell us so much about the direction of this franchise and which direction we headed. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? Cowboys, Cowboys, Cowboys. This team will keep you stressed. Even an optimistic person like me gets stressed. Still not excited about this Kellen Moore hire, man. Or not hire, but retaining. Um, it really got me just in my head a little bit. I don't know if it's good or bad. And then the fact that they brought his mans in, receiver coach. I think our old receivers coach, his contract expired, so they brought in some guy that worked with Kellen Moore. His name is Prince something. But I gotta really dig deep to see if he's good at what he does. I ain't want to just say he's trash off the rip, but I feel like he's trash. I don't know. I gotta dig deep. So I will do that coming soon. But this first pick in this draft is important, man. The first pick in any draft is important for any team. So let's get that out the way before somebody come in the comments saying, of course it's important. No. The Cowboys I feel like are at a crossroads. You know, we've been a offensive powerhouse type team for years. Defense has been struggling, kind of, bringing up the rear. And, it just hasn't been something that I feel like the Cowboys have put a lot of effort into. It's been patchwork. We get a great player, we might retain him, but we never really put a lot of effort into the defense until last year. As it was stated before the year started, they felt like they flipped the defense in 1 year. And a lot of people were skeptical about that until Dan Quinn and them showed and proved. And we ended up with, I think, a top 7 scoring defense. Still a little bit bad on the giving up the yardage. Not too crazy, though. Very, very serviceable. But the defense is definitely on its way, led by Micah Parsons, our incredible rookie who is now not a rookie no more. He's heading into a sophomore year. And Micah's just changed the way this whole team, not just the defense, moves. Micah had a quote about, that loss still sticking with him. You can even see after the Pro Bowl, Micah's just a person that wants to win. He's not happy with losses, and he's going to work towards making sure that losing isn't something that we get used to in Dallas. So he's really becoming a leader. And then you got the old guard. And I know when I say old guard, I'm talking about people that are still 28. You got Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, still in their 20s. Amari Cooper, still in his 20s. Like, everybody's in their 20s. The offensive line's getting a little bit older, though. So that would be the target. So then you start thinking, okay, with this pick, and whether it's Tyler Linderbaum, center, whether it's Zion Johnson, guard and center, whether it's Nakobe Dean, incredible athletic linebacker, whether it's Lloyd out of Utah, whether it's a edge rusher that I can't pinpoint if someone slips to us. Is it going to be offense or is it going to be defense? And that's what I'm saying. I put a Twitter poll up asking, if it came down to it, if you had to choose, who would you want? Would you want Nakobe Dean? And would you want Zion Johnson? Because I feel like Linderbaum's going to be gone. I feel like the Eagles going to take him. Crazier things have happened, but I feel like he's going to be gone. But even if it's one of them, do you want the linebacker to start shoring up this defense? Or do you want the guard or center to re-shore up the offensive line and pour back into that offense? Now, last year was an incredibly defensive draft, and we needed it, and it worked. But now you start seeing if the front office is going to tip their hand into what are we focusing on going forward. Are we going to start to shore up this defense to make that our strength, our main strength? And then the offense not brings up the rear, but the offense is more complementary to the defense? Or are we going to reshore up this offensive line and get back to original Dallas Cowboy winning football, which is running that ball and playing off of the run, or just having a dominant offensive line more so? That's part of our traditional fabric. Teams have their things that they're, known for. The Cowboys are known for dominating offensive lines. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Um, Dominating offensive lines. So, Zion Johnson would be an incredible pick, even if Linderbaum's not there. I feel like he's going to be an incredible player in the league. At 24, I would take him. But then I start saying, I want to give Micah Parsons everything he needs to be effective in this league. And if that's Nakobe Dean, then you give it to him. If it's Lloyd, you give it to him. And you allow Micah to possibly start to play edge full time, similar to like a Von Miller. And I know some of y'all going to be like, I don't know about that, CFT. That's crazy. Because I was one of the people like, nah, you don't put Micah on the line full time. But then you start every play that goes by where Micah just makes a tackle downfield, or, the quarterback gets to roll out with no pressure, and you realize that if you had Micah on him, it would have changed the complexion of that offensive play. You start to really realize not that you can't move him around. Still move him around. Make him a weapon that you move around. But I cannot have him not pass rush. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm crazy. Y'all talk me up the ledge. Because going back to some of those games, man, where Micah wasn't primarily rushing, and I guess you could say this is a slight to D-Law or Gregory, but they just ain't get the pressure. They didn't get the pressure I feel like we needed. And I feel like Micah would have got it, especially in that San Fran game. Micah would have got the pressure we needed. So then I say Jabril Cox, Nakobe Dean. Because we're going to run nickel probably 70, 80% of the time. So 3 linebackers on the field, not as much. Probably not as much. But I would be comfortable with Jabril Cox and Nakobe Dean as our linebackers. I really would. And I know you'll say, well, that's technically a green rookie in Nakobe Dean, and a person that didn't get enough experience in Jabril Cox. But I'll give you this. I've seen linebackers come into this league now multiple times and dominate. From Patrick Willis to Luke Kuechly to Darius Leonard, Micah Parsons. Linebacker is one of those positions that you can come into and dominate as a rookie. Because it's so instinctive. You just got to make sure you draft a player with the right instincts. So again, I present to y'all, if those 2 players are on the board, or an offensive or a defensive player, let's break it down to that. Who you taking? Do you want to pour into this offense? Reshore it up? You know what I'm saying? Not that we got a lot of offensive weapons, but do you want to reestablish our offensive line? Or do you want to start to shift the Cowboys' identity and say, you know what? We're about to pour into this defense. We're about to add more playmakers. We're about to make sure that our D-line is stout, even more stout. Improve the linebacker room. Maybe get a safety like Brisker. What are we going to do? Give Micah Parsons the other tools that he needs as probably the new leader of the team. I don't know. I'm just presenting questions. This is the part of the year where so many things are floating around. You don't know what to think. So I just wanted to enter this idea into the Cowboys realm of, are we about to change our identity? This pick will tell us. If they go defense with 24, they're going to tell us. They're going to tip their hat to, we're about to be more of a defensive-oriented team. I really do feel like that. I know it's BPA, best player available, so it might be just chance. But I feel like if you take that and you don't take, if there's a guard on the board like Zion Johnson, or if Linderbaum's on the board and you go Nakobe Dean, you're letting us know. But if you say, I get a linebacker later in the draft, I get a pass rusher later, and you go offensive line, then we're going to stick to our true to form identity. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. That's just my thoughts. I still don't know how I feel about this Kellen Moore coming back thing. Tell me how y'all feel about that too, man. We got a long off season. We got a lot to talk about. But it's just what I'm thinking. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I holla.